Debbie Wong. Hello.
Hey, Marla Wong. How are you?
Hey, okay, so do you like to read?
Well, yeah, that's actually a nice question. I do love reading, actually. Of late, I've read many business books because of what I do, but I do like reading for entertainment as well. As a matter of fact, we just did that women's book club, and we had a really fun book to read. I forget the name of it.
I think it's The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
I forgot the name of the author.
It was so much fun. Well, especially the ending. Really like the ending.
Yeah, it was very creepy.
Do a spoiler.
No.
Yeah, okay. In case somebody else might want to read it.
Yeah.
Maybe we could put it in the chat box and you guys could check it out. It was a really good book.
Yeah.
Was that an Oprah selection or was that a...
No. Can you imagine?
Oprah doesn't read about vampires. I think it was a Reese Witherspoon selection or something, right?
Yeah, that was it. I think that's how I heard about it.
Yeah, it was really good.
It must be. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Yes, I do like reading.
Okay. Well, so you like reading. So do you like reading disclosure packages?
You know what? Actually, I do. Because I really believe that a really great disclosure package tells the story about a house. Tells a story about how the maybe seller enjoyed the property or how they lived in the property, how they took care of the property or how they did not take care of the property.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think it tells a story about the house.
Okay, great. Well, today we're going to talk about disclosure packages.
I would have never guessed that.
Okay, so Debbie, so who writes disclosures? Who has to read them? What's in them? Tell us about disclosures.
Okay. Well, when a seller puts a property on the market, they basically have to fill out disclosures. There are some disclosures that are required by state law, of course, and there are some disclosures that are not required by state law, but that are customary. So in the areas that we work, which is the San Francisco Peninsula, Silicon Valley areas, it's customary for a seller when they are thinking about putting their house on the market to put together a really comprehensive disclosure package, which includes the state forms, which are required by law, and then other forms that are not required by law, and then also property inspection reports, typically a pest inspection, a general property inspection, and possibly a roof inspection, or in some areas, maybe even a foundation inspection. So when a seller puts together a very good inspection package, it really helps the buyer understand the property and figure out if this is the property that they want to make an offer on. It helps them understand the property condition.
So do sellers write those inspection reports or do they?
Well, no, they hire professionals to actually come and investigate the property and inspect it, do a visual inspection. And then they write a report and they make recommendations as to what maybe is in need of repair or replacement, or maybe just keep an eye on for the future. If maybe something is about to go bad, maybe it might last a few more years. The cool thing is too, is that, for example, property inspection reports are not regulated by state law, but there are several professional organizations that help create sort of like a template, if you will, for how the reports are put together. So typically there's an introduction, there's a picture of the property, and then there's a table of contents breaking down all of the areas that were inspected. And then typically the inspector will make a list of recommendations or give an opinion about the condition. Is it serviceable? Is it about to fall apart? That kind of thing. Whereas for pest inspections, the way that the reports are done are actually regulated by state law. So the pest inspector, no matter what company they work for, the breakdown or the layout, the template of the report itself is actually all looks the same. So no matter what company it is, it all looks the same. It's really interesting, actually. One of the best trainings I ever took from our local board of realtors was how to read an inspection report for pest inspection and how to understand the difference between a subterranean termite and wood-boring beetles. That was really interesting.
It's kind of a little zoology lesson.
Well, I think entomology, is that the study of, that's the study of bugs.
That's the study of words. Entomology?
Isn't, okay.
Or is it etymology?
I don't know, but one of them is the study
One of them is the study of bugs.
And actually, one of the pest inspectors that we use, that we like to use, he's actually, I think, a Berkeley graduate in the study of bugs.
No way. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. Okay. So it sounds like disclosure packages include reports.
Yes, they include
from
reports.
third parties. And then what does the seller fill out?
Well, the seller has to fill out sort of like a questionnaire, if you will. It's called the transfer disclosure statement, which is required by state law. And it's also nicknamed the TDS. Mm-hmm. And some people think that disclosure packages are tedious to read. Yeah, that's an attorney joke. We have a lot of them, actually.
I don't like attorney jokes.
Yeah, some people think they're tedious to read, but actually it's kind of a really great thing. A really conscientious seller will fill it out to the best of their ability. And actually we have guidance forms that actually advise them on how to fill it out truthfully, and to put down as much information that they know about the property.
Mm-hmm. That's wonderful. And so let's say like a buyer is making an offer on a property and they're not first-time buyers. They're actually pretty experienced, like they're experienced investors. So would they have to read the entire disclosure package every single time they write an offer?
Well, of course, I think a smart person would want to do that. I mean, our prices are so expensive here in the areas that we service. I mean, if you're spending $500,000 or $2.5 million on a piece of real estate, you want to read all the disclosures. One thing that we like to do when we represent buyers, either first time or not, is we like to go over the entire package with our customers. And in these COVID times, we're actually doing that via Zoom. And usually it's about an hour long process. I've heard some agents, at least not the ones, we don't do this, but we've heard some people that you just, send it over via email and just say, hey, read this. I think as agents, we have to understand the property with our customers so we can help them craft an offer that makes sense. Mm. And understanding the property condition is one of the things that I believe helps the customer make good offers. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And okay, so let's say that I'm a buyer and I'm like a first-time buyer and I want to buy a property that's not new, so it has some information on the reports that I don't understand, and I don't like. Let's say there's repairs that are suggested to be made by the inspector. Mm-hmm. Would you help?
Oh, I understand definitely. That? I mean, yeah. I'm not a property inspector. Let me make full disclosure. I'm not a property inspector and I'm not a contractor, a licensed contractor. But over time, you sort of have an idea of what is the pricing of things, or what are things that really should be fixed right away. And the cool thing is that the way that the reports are typically set up is that there is a recommendation page. Like, for example, on pest inspection reports, they usually give a dollar amount of how much it would cost to fix the problem or alleviate the problem. They even usually give a list of items that maybe you need to keep an eye on for the very near or immediate future. And then for property inspection reports, typically the inspector will give a list of definitions of what he tags, in the report itself. Like he may say, this needs further inspection, or this is serviceable, meaning that, it's okay for now. Mm-hmm. Or he says, gosh, this is very dangerous. Or, he can even say, don't walk on this deck, it's going to collapse, kind of thing. Yeah. So that's where, a really conscientious agent will definitely work with the buyer in reviewing the reports. And if we don't know how much a new deck costs, well, then we go out and get some estimates. So sometimes there isn't time if the property, for example, is really priced aggressively. Mm-hmm. And if there's going to be multiple offers, then sometimes, we have to have on-hand resources that we can call or connect with and say, hey, listen, can you give me an approximate idea of what it would cost to do X or this or that? So Yeah, I mean, in our area where inventory is really short, there isn't a lot of properties available for sale. Those are things that we have to look at and consider. Yeah.
Well, that was really illuminating. A lot of disclosure stuff. So, do you have anything else that you want to add?
Oh my gosh, I could probably talk for hours and hours, but then people might not want to watch it. That she talks too much.
Oh my gosh. Well, maybe we can do another video. So if you have any suggestions or want to know any more information about disclosures, you can message us in the comment box below. And I'm Marla Wong, and this is Debbie Wong. And
yeah, reach us and don't forget to put our how to connect with us, also. And then the other thing too is don't forget to like us. We're getting started on this, and we have lots of information to share. And again, like Marla said, if there's something that you want to know about, just let us know.
Yeah, and we're the Wong Real Estate Group, so please subscribe to our channel and let us know how we're doing and if there's anything else you'd like to know about disclosures.